Hey guys, what's up? So, I don't know if I already probably shown you this 2 million times already, but I just thought I'd show you some more of my Hermann Zotty bears. And so I just found a Hermann sleeper German mohair teddy bear from the 50s tonight on eBay. And I was so excited because somebody had just listed it, and it was pretty much a treasure or a sleeper. And I won it for $25, and it was a gigantic one. It was quite large. Now, these guys are very small. They're between 8 and 11 inches tall. And the one I won is 16 inches tall. So, pretty much double the size of my littlest guy here, and much bigger than the guy back here. And I can't wait to get him. So, he was only 25 bucks. Would have buy it now. And it was like a great night for me. Let's just put it that way. So, let me show you these Hermann Zaddy bears, which I've probably already shown you 600 million times already, but I just can't get enough of these guys. They're just so cute. And they were made in Germany. And the majority of these guys here were made sometime in the 1960s. I do have earlier ones from the 50s in my collection, and they pretty much look like these guys. You really wouldn't be able to tell the difference. And the only difference really is that some of these have plastic safety eyes, and safety eyes weren't placed into these teddy bears until sometime in the 60s. And there was a child safety law for toys back in the 60s that all toy manufacturers had to place safety eyes inside their heads, and they were riveted inside so that instead of sewn on, like where small children could actually swallow the buttons, they had to make them safe. And so that's how you can generally tell the difference. And so look how cute these guys are. This is actually the one I like the most, the one back here. He has the longest nose or snout. Let me try to show you. And then some of them have shorter snouts. And it's just because the size. So since he's the littlest, he has the shortest snout. And then as you graduate and go up in size, their snouts do get longer, like this guy here. And again, the smaller ones have the shorter snout. And just look how adorable they are. And Zotty actually was originally made by Steiff in 1951. And Zotty is actually what they called it. And it was an open-mouthed bear like these guys, but it had a bib right around the chest area. So right around there, it was like almost like an apricot peach or golden color. And so only Steiff bears have these bibs. Now all other teddy bear makers in Germany didn't have those bibs. So that's how you can basically tell it's not a Steiff. And so Steiff started the trend, and a lot of other German toy makers and teddy bear makers copied that from Steiff. And then so you have, these are knockoff Zotty bears. And this particular design I noticed went from the 1950s made by Hermann all the way up into the 80s. And as the decades progressed, instead of using mohair like you see here, which is quite a beautiful fabric, it's made, I believe, from the goat or from sheep or something, but I know it's natural. It's natural, actual fur. As the decades progressed, they made these bears out of synthetic plush, and I don't like the synthetic plush. They used a lot of rayon, and pretty much the quality of the bear started to suffer. And the reason that they started using that fabric as opposed to mohair is because mohair is very, very, very expensive. And then the cheaper Asian imports started flooding the market, and they had to compete somehow and still turn a profit. And so that's when they started to make these bears out of nylon and rayon and something else called Draylon. And that was synthetic plush as opposed to the mohair. Now, there are still bear makers out there like Steiff, who's still in business, and Hermann, who's still in business, who still do make their bears out of mohair along with synthetic plush. But those bears are much more expensive than, say, the synthetic man-made fabrics. And so these ones are the ones I love. I love real mohair, as they really make the bear look real. As you can see, this guy back here, he looks like a real baby bear cub. And so do the rest of them. So I have a huge, huge, huge Hermann teddy bear fetish. I just love these Zotty style ones, the knockoffs. I like them better than the Steiff version, actually. And this one is a floppy, laying down Hermann bear. So he lays down and he's not jointed like the others. This was a bed bear. It was a bear, a child, or even like an older, like teen or a young woman would place on her bed for decoration. And then we have the jointed bears, which are all the other ones here in the group, and their heads swivel, and so do their arms and legs. So I can't wait to get my other Hermann bear that I got on eBay tonight for just a simply low, actually buy it now for $25. Can't wait to get him. He's going to be the biggest one of the group. And I have way more Hermann bears like this in my collection. I just didn't feel like pulling them out. So I just pulled out this small group for now. So once again, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And have a wonderful evening or day wherever you are in the world.